Greetings and welcome to Teaching Tips and Thoughts. In this video, I am going to talk a little bit about how I've used ChatGPT to try to help improve student analysis. So what I've done here is, first of all, why use ChatGPT? Well, first of all, we know it's out there and we know that some students are going to be using it. So there's really hard to get around the fact that some students are going to use this. We also know that students use Google and other searches to try to find answers. And what I want to try to find is better ways to see what the students are actually learning in the class and that they're understanding a little bit more about this. So how have I tried this? Well, what I'm looking at is that I give a set of homework questions that I might typically ask, might be things that you would ask on a short answer portion of a test. And normally I might have asked students to answer these, and that would be a difficult because people can type them into Google or now into ChatGPT to get their answers and look at and get them right away without actually having any understanding, not actually having to think even about the question at all. Simply copy and paste the question, copy and paste an answer, and not really thinking about. So what I'm doing is I'm telling them to use ChatGPT. But then instead I want them to analyze the answer. What answer did ChatGPT give? And how does it compare to an answer that I give for the question? So I used to give them an answer sheet to review after. Now they get my answer sheet right away. And it's how does ChatGPT compare to mine? And what are the differences? So that it forces them to look at this a little bit more. And I'm not really caring about their answer to the question. I'm giving them an answer. I'm looking for their analysis, their study of how ChatGPT did. So as an example here, one of the things that I've done is here I've asked ChatGPT a question about Copernicus and his model of the solar system, and to explain, for example, in this case, why Copernicus had to keep epicycles in his model. And here we see ChatGPT's answer. So that's what a student could then put in. But then I want them to compare that to an answer that I give them and see, did ChatGPT do a better job? Did it give too much? Did it give anything that was incorrect? And we found that in some cases that ChatGPT is not always correct. It doesn't always give you the right answer. Sometimes it actually gives answers that are incorrect. And I've noticed that with a couple of things that I've used. So I want the students to try to be able to find that as well, find issues where ChatGPT fails. So why? How does this help in the long run? Well, really what I'm doing is I'm getting the student to think about the question and the answer. So they're not just answering a question, but they're actually trying to analyze what the ChatGPT and or Google did. So just pasting it there doesn't really contribute to learning. What is the student getting by copying and pasting something? They're not really getting any understanding of the question. What I have is the student reviewing what ChatGPT answers and to assess how well and how efficiently it answers the question. Does it take ChatGPT 3 paragraphs to answer something that could be answered in a sentence or two? Now I've done this. I did this as a pilot in a previous semester in one of my classes, and student actually seemed more interested. They actually enjoyed doing this. I'm trying this again in the summer of 2024, and it's going to be an optional extra credit assignment for all 3 of my summer section classes. So all of them are going to have this as an optional thing they can do. They can skip it if they want, or they can do it. And my goal is to turn it back into a regular assignment, but I want time to work with it and see how it's working and make some adjustments. And hopefully within another year, if things work really well, but maybe not till spring of next year, then tie it back into my classes and actually use it as a required assignment. So I'm hoping that it will help the student understanding, get them to analyze a little bit more and actually think about some of the topics that we are covering. So that concludes this discussion on using ChatGPT to improve student analysis. We'll be back again next time to discuss another teaching tip and thought. So until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you next time.